In this scenario, a pediatrician sees a young boy, Marcus, and his parents for an annual physical visit. During the visit, the father seems to be controlling. The pediatrician has some concerns about safety and wants to speak with the mother alone. Let's take a look at one way that the pediatrician can navigate this challenging scenario using elements of CUES, which stands for confidentiality, universal education and empowerment, and support.
And what's your favorite thing to do this summer, Marcus? Do you still enjoy going to the playground with your parents?
Yes.
Everything looks great. I reviewed the developmental survey that you completed and looks like there's no concerns regarding Marcus's development and behavior.
Great.
How's he doing in school? Anything new and exciting?
Everything's going good, I guess. Are kids his age always so tough when it comes to bedtime? I can't help but wonder why he's having such a hard time going to sleep. And any other day, he goes to sleep no problem, but as of recent, he's having a really hard time going to sleep, and he wants me to stay in the room with him. And when I leave, a few minutes later, he's up, and we have a really hard time putting him back down.
Yeah, that's because you're just too nice. You shouldn't be lying down next to him or waiting for him to fall asleep. Once you put him to bed, that's it. You shouldn't be getting up out of his room. She's just too lenient with him, and I don't like it.
Well, bedtime with young kids can be really stressful. That's why it's really helpful if you have a bedtime routine. It might also be helpful to think if there's anything that might be causing Marcus to have trouble falling asleep. Has anything stressful happened recently?
That's a pretty extreme way of thinking. We're the parents, and he's a child, and he should listen to us. When we say it's time to go to sleep, it's time to go to sleep.
I can't make him stay in bed if he can't go to sleep.
Yes, you can. You're the parent. Act like it.
Children can sometimes have a hard time falling asleep and staying asleep. That's why having a sleep routine can really help. I'd be more than happy to share some resources on sleep routines for young kids. I see here that Marcus actually needs some vaccines. It looks like a few nurse visits were scheduled and missed.
Yeah, she couldn't make those.
We can do most of the vaccine catch-up today and then schedule nurse visits for the rest. I'll have the front desk schedule it.
Nope, that's okay. I will schedule it.
Okay. I can have one of my medical assistants bring you to the front to schedule that now. And why don't you bring Marcus with you? He can get a sticker from the front desk. Having a young child can be really stressful for a lot of parents. And it's common to not always agree with your partner when it comes to parenting. Many families that come in here tell me that it's a challenging age when it comes to sleeping, and bedtime routines can be tough. But I want you to know that you are doing a great job. And many families find it difficult to make it to all of their children's medical appointments. We only ask this because I want to make sure that your child is getting the proper health care that they need. What is the thing that's making it difficult for you to make it to Marcus's appointments to get his vaccines?
Nothing in particular. There's a lot going on right now, so sometimes it's just hard for me to remember, I guess.
I get it. I see a lot of different families, and everyone deals with stress differently. But I see that your partner got really angry very quickly, and it makes me wonder how things are going at home. I want to share these 2 cards with you. I give them to all my patients' parents. I give everyone 2 so that you have the information for yourself and so that you can share one with a friend. We all know someone who struggled and we didn't know how to help. Is this something that you might be interested in taking with you or taking a picture of?
Yeah. Sure, I can take this. Thank you.
I also know that there's a lot going on right now. Would you mind if I took a cell phone number and got a good time to call you so that we can speak this week?
Yeah, early afternoon when my husband's at work or when Marcus is in school. That's the best time for me to talk.
Okay. Okay, well, thank you for taking the time with me. And let's get you that sleep information from the front desk. But feel free to come in anytime before then if you need anything. Okay? And I'll see you in about a year for Marcus's annual checkup. I'll see you next time, Marcus.
Bye.
Bye.
Navigating situations in which one caregiver seems to become agitated with the other is not easy. In this scenario, the pediatrician wanted an opportunity to speak to the mother alone, without the child or the father in the room. She navigated this by asking the father to take the child to the front desk to get a reward and schedule the next appointments. But there are other options that a pediatrician could consider when needing to speak to one caregiver alone. This could include bringing in an administrative team member to escort the second caregiver out into the reception area to confirm insurance information, calling in a medical assistant to share some specific information with the second caregiver outside of the visit room, and asking the second caregiver to walk with the patient to the reception area to get an end of the visit prize, like a sticker, and schedule the next appointment. Often, navigating these challenging situations may need to involve other members of your office staff, so consider working together and making a plan for when these situations arise. While it is important to provide universal education and support to both caregivers, there may be situations where you need to meet with one caregiver separately.